Hey YouTube, bit of a special one today. I'm here at BMW Park Lane, very prestigious dealership in London, one of the nicest places in London. And to have a dealership here is pretty flash. You couldn't expect anything less from BMW. But I'm in the Motorrad section, of course, because Red Ang Revival are all about motorbike. And today, a really special one. It's a prototype. It's the only one in the country at the moment. It's the last day chance to be able to see it. And BMW have invited Red Ang Revival down to come and have a look at the BMW CE 04, the new electric evolution. Being an owner of a Triumph Speedmaster myself, I'm not quite up to date with all of the electric tech, but it's the way the world's going, and this bike, BMW, are making a really big push this year, BMW Motorrad, to push electric revolution. It needs to be done. Unfortunately, whether you're for it or not, it's gonna happen. It's happening in cars big time already, and motorbikes are up next. Most importantly, it's good for the planet, which has got to be done. So yeah, keep your eyes on BMW. There's a lot coming from them this year, 2022. Okay guys, excuse my filming here. It's pretty limited for space. It's right in the corner of the dealership, so I haven't got much room to make a good shot and good filming, but we'll do the best we can. Let's just get into the tech specs of this. We start with the tech first, then we'll move on to looks, what we think of the looks, practicality, and so on, and the overall sort of feel for the motorbike. So excuse me, I don't have a memory of an elephant. I'm going to be checking the tech specs. The raw basic figures, it's 42 brake horsepower, so not a massive figure, but then it's designed mainly for in cities, so city commuting. So 42 brake horsepower, from me, I live in London, is plenty. I mean, if you're abiding by the speed limits, you rarely find anywhere over 40, mainly 30 or 20. So 42 brake horsepower on this is brilliant. And with the torque it has, it's 62 Newton meters of torque. So that's quite a bit of torque for a motorbike this size. And with it being electric, obviously you get that torque from really low down, well, immediate, almost immediate. You know, coming out of traffic lights or out of junctions or filtering in the city, that's going to be mega useful having that low down torque. So that is actually a real bonus potentially that is better than internal combustion, you know, petrol fueled bikes these days. So that could be the electric scooter CE04 having one up on the petrol bikes. Okay guys, so moving on from the power, the raw basic specs, let's get quickly on to, going to make this a brief review, quickly on to the range and the speed. Top speed is 120 kilometers an hour. So as this is designed for commuting around the city, being a practical vehicle for commuting around on, and being as least harmful to the environment, 120 kilometers an hour, you don't need to be going over that in the city. From my perspective, obviously legally you don't either. So yeah, I think that is a good reputable top speed. Now, here's a fun figure for you, one to be excited about. The acceleration is from 0 to 50 kilometers an hour is 2.6 seconds. That's quick. For a motorbike, for anything, that is mega quick. That's really good for in the city. I think if you're, you know, as I said, coming out of lights, coming out of a junction, overtaking, you know, getting out of trouble for a hazard, if you need to get away quickly, just boom, you've got that torque immediately and it's going to take you off the line. I assume so, that's what the figures are saying. We'll have to wait until we ride there to confirm that and confirm the practicality. Okay guys, so what is the range of this beauty? very important factor. Obviously that's the main topic compared to traditionally powered fuel motorbikes, excuse me. So the range is 130 kilometers, and it takes, if you have the quickest charging power point, from 0% battery to 80% battery in 65 minutes, depending how you're using it. As it's designed for in a city, I think 100, personally, it's just my opinions, please let me know, what you think. Maybe you ride an electric scooter already. How practical is it, and how do you find it? Let me know in the comments, I'd be really interested. I'm completely new, I've never ridden one, so yeah, this is just a bare bones, straight in, first look at the top of the range Beamer electric scooter. But my opinion on 130 kilometers around the city sounds fine for me. I mean, I travel quite far. I go all the way from West London to East London for my work, and that'll get me there and back obviously easily. I mean, what would I have to do? Charge it once a week? So if I plug it in at home, 65 minutes, it's 80% done, and then you've got another week to go. It's not more than a petrol bike, but it's not bad, it's pretty close. So let's take a little look around at the sort of practical side of the CE04 here. If we start off with the battery, which is tucked in here, which, coming from my perspective, from just a normal motorbiker's view, that seems like the weight is as low as it can possibly be, because I know batteries are very heavy, so to have it down here is a good sign from me. It's nice and low, always keep the weight low, obviously, like the BMW GS actually, one over there with the boxer engine. The weight's really low, and that has for a long time been regarded as one of the best motorbikes you can buy, so that is a bonus. Okay, so moving on to, let's get on to a bit of practicality. We've got a storage unit. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get my hands on the key for her. It's the only one in the country, this, so fair enough. But this is a storage compartment that opens up, and it's big enough to fit one full face helmet in there. And again, the weight's nice and low. If you've got your helmet, groceries, beer, bottle of wine, bar of gold, whatever you're carrying around, it's going to be relatively low, the weight. So that is another bonus, and that's quite a big storage compartment there. Obviously you can strap more onto the back, and there's other storage compartments which I'll show you in a second. So moving on to a little bit more storage, up in the, if we call it the console, just where your legs go, here's your, pop that open, that's actually your charging port, so that's not really a storage spot. In here though, it's not opening at the moment, but I have seen, I can confirm that it's actually a dock for your phone, so it fits your phone in, so you can connect up your Bluetooth, sat-nav wirelessly with the very impressive big digital screen up here, so that's really useful. Moving around to the back, that's not it for storage. We've got they do have an option for 2 panniers. If you can call them panniers, it's more like it's a small pannier. I suppose it is a pannier, but it's a soft bag either side. And actually, I think they look really cool. I'm a big fan of those personally. You can see them on the website, BMW Motorrad website. If you check those out, I think that's a really nice touch to it. So storage, thumbs up from the Red Ang. So moving on to the weight. Now it's 231 kilograms. From the looks of it, that's pretty heavy. That's quite a heavy bike, but the little I know about electrics, same with cars as well, batteries and the internals that you need it to run are all heavy. So 231, that's pretty heavy. That's similar to a GS, a big bike. However, all of that weight seems to be really low down. When weight's low down in a motorbike, you don't really feel it as much. It's surprising, it's quite impressive actually, just sitting on it and sitting on the GS over there. When the weight is that low, you really don't feel it that much, that's a big bonus that. Okay, so into a little bit more technical data. We've got a single-sided swing arm with, I believe this is called a belt drive, which is good. That's less chain maintenance, which is obviously a bonus. I find that a massive bonus anyway. Yeah, and it's pretty smart and tidy back here. You've got the one suspension unit here, single-sided swing arm, and if we come around the other side, you've got this quite cool, it's like a solid wheel there with those spots on, which looks modern, looks different. I think that's pretty brave by BMW to go for that. I mean, it looks like a concept bike to go for those wheels. It's certainly different. Whether I haven't made up my mind on it yet, but some of you may like it. Right, the moment of truth. How does it feel to sit on? If I'm being honest, completely honest, that feels awesome. I'm really surprised actually, that feels really cool. I think I've ridden a scooter once in India, so it wasn't quite as technical as this. That feels mega though, it feels incredibly comfortable. Actually feels very futuristic, and it feels like quite a laid back position. You put your feet up like this, it's almost like you're on a Harley or the Speedmaster or something. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm surprised in that. Big thumbs up. Just a really quick one there. Apologies if it was a bit sort of all over the place. I'm really new, brand new to electric motorbikes. But I thought as it's here and I'm close by in Park Lane BMW, I'd come and check out the only one in the country, the only one in the UK. It's leaving tomorrow, guys, so sadly if you haven't seen it yet, you've missed your chance. But to me, it is a very interesting motorbike. The looks, I'm definitely on the fence on. You know, it's got its purposes. It's for the city, which I think is pretty cool actually. It looks really modern and really brave, by BMW to create such a different, weird looking motorbike, to be honest. It looks like a concept bike still, but it's actually going into, well, it's in manufacture right now. If you want to get your orders in, I've been told by the salesman here at Park Lane that it's about a 6-week wait, roughly. Don't take my word for it, it may change depending where you are, but about a 6-week wait if you get your order in now. They are taking orders, and if you fancy a test ride on one, which I am definitely signing up for, I think it's going to be really interesting. So if you want to see that, remember to subscribe to the channel, see the test ride of the BMW CE 04. Till then, stay happy everybody. Peace out. This has been Red Ang Revival. Ciao Bella.